Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Dad's Expensive Hobby.
What's up?
Today we are taking a look at my 10 best Marvel Legends figures of 2025 that I own. I certainly didn't buy all of them, but I think this list is pretty comprehensive and it represents the line for this year pretty well. If you've watched my videos for a while, you're probably thinking, Dad, how did you come up with 10 Marvel Legends that you thought were good enough to go on a 10 best list this year? And I gotta be honest, it wasn't a super easy task, but it wasn't that daunting all at the same time. I think these figures are pretty good and they represent the top tier of what Marvel Legends did this year. If you disagree with them, tell us down in the comments what your list would be. But anyways, let's dive right into it. Coming in at number 10, we have the Mini Comic Book Wave Ultimate Iron Man. Now, if you watched my review on this, and I recommend that you do, I had some good and some bad things to say about this figure, but he looks really, really cool. This is a very unique looking Iron Man, and I think he would definitely stand out in your collection. He has some really nice looking paint where he had paint, and the plastics that they used looked really, really cool in my opinion. I just had some complaints, about his articulation, and I feel like his head, helmet, or whatever you want to call it, looks a little cheap. But other than that, this is a fairly solid release for them, especially at $25, and he definitely looks pretty good. At number 9, we've got the Gamerverse Spider-Man 2 Venom. This figure is really awesome looking from a visual standpoint. He is like 10 and a half, almost 11 inches tall. He is a monster. There's a lot of plastic. There's a lot of good things going on with him. He had some pretty decent accessories, but my complaints for this would have to be his shoddy paint. He didn't have much paint on him, and they screwed up the paint that they did do, and his torso and abdomen do not move really worth a crap. That was across the board. I don't think anybody had one that moved well, and his shoulders, as far as the butterfly is concerned, wasn't very good either, and for those reasons, that's why he is not a little bit higher up on my list. Coming in at number 8, we have another Venom. It's the Marvel vs. Capcom Gamerverse Venom from the Venom and Captain America 2-pack. This is the blue Venom, and we really needed a new blue Venom. Yeah, he was on a reused body, that Warpath body, but that is a good body. He moves pretty well. His paint was done well enough, and I really like that Eddie Brock head sculpt that he comes on, so that was pretty cool. Not much accessories for him, but overall, he's a pretty solid release. And like I said, we needed him. He is a good size that if somebody wanted to repaint him and make just a regular Venom out of him, they could, to make him fit in with like their comic book stuff. That wouldn't be a problem, because in the blue form, he definitely doesn't. At number 7, we've got the Marvel Legends / Magic the Gathering collaboration, Man-Wolf. This is a figure that I don't think anybody was really asking for, but it turned out pretty darn good. I kind of like it. He's got all new sculpt, and it all was done pretty good. Nice details in it. I love the green scale mail on the upper body. Where else that there is paint is done well. Where he fell short is, I think that there should have been some more paint throughout the body, and we probably should have gotten an extra head sculpt, like a human head sculpt or something. But he's got an articulable jaw that I thought was pretty cool, and it came with some cool accessories. I didn't feel like digging them all out to show you, but they are cool. Check out my video on him. He is definitely the best of the 4 of the Magic the Gathering releases, and if anything, he does come with a Magic the Playing card that you can sell. At number 6, we've got the Mini Comic Book Wave ROM Space Knight. And when I first reviewed this figure, I was smitten with it. I really, really like this figure, and I don't know why, because I'm not really into robot-type figures. But this thing's paint looks fantastic. Yes, he's very monochromatic. He is only one color, basically. But they did a fantastic job with him, particularly for a $25 release. He moves a hell of a lot better than I expected him to, especially for a guy with a cube-shaped torso, and it comes with a couple of cool little accessories, some guns and a blast effect. That's not too bad. So overall, this is just a really, really good example of what Marvel Legends can do when they try, even on their $25 releases, because this guy is definitely a standout. At number 5, we've got the X-Men 97 Cable. I really personally kind of like this figure the best of all the Marvel Legends this year, but that's very subjective. I had to let some objectivity creep in a little bit, and that's why he is where he is on the list. But I think this figure looks super duper good. He is probably the most accurate figure as far as source material is concerned of every Marvel Legend this year so far, or thus far, probably the entire year. Let's just put it that way. He looks really good. He could use some more paint for sure, but I think that the colored plastics that they used worked on this figure. And he definitely needs some help in the articulation department. If you watched my video, you know his shoulders do not move worth a crap, and it's very, very limiting. But visually, this is a very, very solid figure. But unfortunately, the other things that I mentioned are what kept him from being higher on the list. Coming in at number 4, we have the Gamerverse Juggernaut. I personally like this figure because I like big, heavy figures, and he definitely fits that bill in spades. He's tall, he's heavy, he needs some more paint. Yes, they put a little bit of shading on the front of the thighs and on his chest, but he needs some more paint. They've got a lot of canvas to work with. They could have really, really made him look super solid, even more than he already does, because this is a nice looking, big, heavy piece of plastic, like I said. His articulation leaves a lot to be desired, but he is a juggernaut figure and none of them move well. But he is as high as he is on this list because he is by far the best example of a juggernaut figure that we have. And yes, he is better than the Marvel Select one. Sorry if everybody gets a little upset about that. I love that one too, but this guy is better. Now, before I show you the top 3, I just want to point out to everyone that these top 3, a lot of subjectivity falls into that. Your top 3 could be a little bit different. Even if it's these exact 3 figures, yours might be in a different order. And if they are, tell us down in the comments and why. And coming in at number 3, we have Maximum Spider-Man. Yes, I know in my video I talked a little bit of shit about this figure. I think everybody has, but we've all also pointed out that he is probably, well, definitely the best Spider-Man figure that is available, at least in 1/12, and at least for this price point, even at $50. This figure is pretty good. He's not perfect. We all know that. We've all seen the reviews, whether it's mine or somebody else's, but he moves the best. He did come with a nice spread of accessories, even though I feel that a lot of it was fluff. So that is why he made number 3. He is the best offering of a figure, or character I should say, that there are tons and tons of options for. He does stand above all of those. He is the best one, and for that he made number 3 on my list for this year. At number 2, this year's silver medal winner has to go to the Marvel vs. Capcom Gamerverse Captain America. I think this is a fantastic Marvel Legends figure. By far, he has to be the best Marvel Legends Captain America that there is. He's got a pretty decent little accessory right there with the full shield, not the broken one like the Secret Wars, and he's got that little impact effect on there that really makes it cool. The butterfly in his shoulders are really nice. His muscularity is great. His paint and color choices are really, really good. And his legs are a little more muscular than the other versions of Captain America. And just overall, he is a really, really solid release. He came in a solid 2-pack. Hell, his pack mate, I guess you would say, came in at what, number 8 on this list. So that is by and large the best 2-pack you could have bought this year. And he is a good representation of what Marvel Legends can do when they put forth some effort. And coming in at number 1 this year is Maximum Hulk. Wait, what? Wait a minute, hold on.
You're a piece of shit.
Okay, sorry about that, everybody. My son was playing a trick on me. And coming in at number 1 this year for the best Marvel Legends figure of 2025 is, you guessed it, the Marvel vs. Capcom Gamerverse Wolverine. This figure is really good in my opinion. I absolutely have been smitten with it. I know that not everybody might think this is the best one. I do. I definitely think this is the best Wolverine that they have ever done. A little tall, we've all pointed that out. His knees are a little off colored, but you know what? That's Marvel Legends and they do that crap all the time. This figure looks solid as could be. His articulation is great. He comes with a really cool accessory right there that you can see to his left, or our screen left, shit. But overall, this is just a fantastic release from Marvel Legends and one of my favorites for sure, and I would definitely be keeping him. Unfortunately, he was kind of a hostage with that crappy Silver Samurai. Let's not even really talk anymore about that. But yes, he came in at number one. The Gamerverse Wolverine is by far, in my opinion, the best Marvel Legends of 2025. All right, everybody. Well, that was my list of the top 10 Marvel Legends for the year 2025. If you agree with them, great. You can leave us a like. If you don't, leave us a dislike and tell me down in the comments what your list would be, or if they would be in a different order, or if I just got it all wrong and I'm crazy and I left some awesome ones off. But remember, these are the best 10 that I can pick from the ones that I personally own. But anyways, this has been Dad with Dad's Expensive Hobby, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.